let's get that recording going. A bit of housekeeping. First of all, I have been informed that someone will ring me from the mental health support services I've been using at some point this week. So it could be today. It's more likely to be tomorrow. But if that is the case, I'll swap over to the one on this break screen. Obviously, I'll mute the microphone, and I will throw up a notification. If the phone call goes on for like 15 minutes or more, I'll simply have to end the stream because I don't want people to be waiting too long. But that's a judgment call. I can type one-handed. I can throw that out to chat. So YouTube, this might be a shorter video than usual. Who knows? It might be the same, like 3-ish hours, 3.5-ish hours. Who knows? We'll find out in the fullness of time. Obviously, YouTube, you can check the length of the video. Other bit, this is mostly from memory. I refreshed myself on the plot so far of the Legacy of Kain series. The game's not running in the background because there's stuff that plays, and I didn't want to be faffing around with alt-tabbing because it's an old game. I got it working as best I could. It shouldn't crash if I have to alt-tab, but I don't want to risk it. So right now the game isn't loaded. It doesn't take too long to load up, unfortunately. The events so far of the Legacy of Kain series. Legacy of Kain Blood Omen is about Kain. Human noble, who gets murdered by bandits, agrees to take a bargain in exchange for the opportunity for revenge. Doesn't really think that through, gets turned into a vampire, goes on a murder spree, tries to find a cure for his vampirism. Along the way, encounters the Pillars of Nosgoth, which are corrupted, and is basically told to bring balance to them. So he goes to bring balance to them by finding the members of the Circle, who are the council responsible for bringing balance, who have just become insane for a variety of reasons. Kills most of the Circle, realizes that he's been manipulated pretty much the entire way by Mobius, a member of the Circle who is posing as the Oracle, but can basically hop through the time stream at will through a mechanical device. Kills Mobius, kills a couple of other members of the Circle. Gets back to the Pillars, or you fight the last member of the Circle at the Pillars. Realizes that he is the last member of the Circle, and the cure for his vampirism is his death, and that will bring balance back to Nosgoth, and peace and light and life will be restored to the land. And as you'll hear very shortly, Kain refused the sacrifice canonically, because you can choose to sacrifice Kain or to live and to rule the land. Canonically, Kain refuses the sacrifice and becomes basically a vampiric overlord of Nosgoth. For about 1,000 years, humanity is forced into kind of walled citadels to better repel the vampiric hordes. Kain turns a couple of lieutenants so that he's got people who can rule the vampire clans beneath him. One of whom is Raziel, who is the play character for Soul Reaver and Soul Reaver 2. Raziel has the temerity, nay, the audacity to evolve wings before Kain. Kain is the oldest vampire, kind of is seen as he evolves things first. It doesn't like it when Raziel evolves wings, so it breaks Raziel's wings and casts him into a whirlpool, where he burns eternally in moving water for about 500 years or so, when he's resurrected by the Elder God, who wants his help with balancing the Wheel of Fate, for every vampire is a soul trapped in a dead body that cannot be reborn, and the Wheel of Fate is out of balance. The Elder God can't do anything about it directly, so he has an agent in the form of Raziel, his Soul Reaver. Coincidentally shares the name of the sword that Kain has, and encourages Raziel to avenge himself, essentially. So Raziel goes after Kain, deals with one of the vampire clans first, has to kill his erstwhile brother, finds Kain, they have a conversation, Kain attacks him with the blade, the Soul Reaver, which shatters, and it's revealed through exposition that two instances of the blade cannot exist at the same time, and Raziel was like a spiritual essence of the blade. So the blade reforms as a not lightsaber that Raziel can wield. Goes through, kills more of his vampire. You kill like 4 of the vampire lieutenants in the first game, lieutenants if you're British, in the first game. And along the way, discover that all of the lieutenants who are now evolved beyond recognition belong to the Seraphim Knights, an order, a vampire hunting order that Kain just decided to make it just turn their corpses into vampires for the lols, I guess. That's basically where it ends. I would go further, but after you confront Kain, you get an ending cutscene, and that cutscene is the start. It is reproduced as the prologue for Soul Reaver 2, so I don't need to cover those events. But essentially, that's it. Kain is insane, egotistical. He has some knowledge of events yet to come because he does manipulate matters to his own ends. To be honest, the Soul Reaver makes more sense than lightsabers. That is true. And so Kain, from my understanding of the lingering plot thread so far, Kain has deliberately created Raziel, or at least he's taken advantage of the fact that Raziel exists to further his own ends. What those ends will be, we may find out in this game, or in Blood Omen 2, or in Defiance. No idea which. But there we are. Kain could have brought balance to Nosgoth, decided not to, took one look at the Elder Vampire Vorador and went, I'm going to do it my own way, thanks, killed him. Raziel just wants to avenge himself and also maybe bring balance to the wheel along the way. You know, the answer's beyond not saying. That's totally fair. I'm just trying to provide a recap for the YouTube audience who may not have seen the first two. There's a lot of extremely gothic exposition that's very well written and voice acted. About the lore. I'd highly recommend playing these games if you can find them. The Blood Omens on GOG and Soul Reaver 2 onwards are on Steam. I think they're on Good Old Games as well, but Soul Reaver 2 is in copyright limbo, let's say. So that one is a bit harder to find. You need to track down like an original copy of it. But there we are. Kain is like 1500 plus years old. Soul Reaver 2 available now. Raziel, a bit younger. They basically hate each other, but they have big brothers who fight energy. I'm just going to check. Because I know last time I checked, you couldn't buy Soul Reaver 2 from Good Old Games. Soul Reaver 1, sorry. Not Soul Reaver 2. Soul Reaver 2 is obviously what I'm playing, and that's through Steam. Steam, why you make me do this? Before we get started, I'm just going to check to see if you can get Soul Reaver 1 now. Via digital storefronts. Yeah, you can't get Soul Reaver 1 through Steam, and for the same reason I'd expect you can't get it through GOG. But there's a Dreamcast version, there's a PlayStation version. Yeah, you can't buy through Good Old Games either. It is in copyright hell. Raziel hates Kain. Kain's more ambivalent to Raziel as a function of Asian things. Exactly. That's why it's like the brothers who fight thing. Kain's the older brother in this situation. Anyway, let's get started. As I say, I think I've got the game working well enough to stream. There is a patch you have to download. Well, there are several patches, but there is a patch I downloaded that gives you a whole host of quality of life options, including locked frame rate. Because apparently, if you play it on modern operating systems and hardware, the frame rate being too high freaks the game engine out, and it doesn't really know what to do. And also, the opening cutscene, if you play it on too recent a version of DirectX, just crashes the game. Well, it doesn't load, which locks the game, hard locks the game. But anyway, let's see if this works. I should have the volume set up correctly, but obviously I can change that if needs be. And as you're about to hear, Kain in fact refused the sacrifice, which I heard so much when I was testing this to get it working.
Kain refused the sacrifice.
Okay, let's just raise that ever so slightly to 7. I should probably check my keybind's stuck. Configure keyboard. Yes, my keybind's stuck. Oh, that music's a bit loud. Unfortunately, it's an old game, so I only have a master option. Start game. And it's cutscene straight away, so I'll just turn everything off as usual. Reminder, this is the end of Soul Reaver 1.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here soon. Tell me, did it trouble you?
I'm just gonna... I think we can rewatch that. Oh, cool. That's the script. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm gonna reload the game, but I'm gonna Alt-Tab out, not in a cutscene. I didn't think that one through, chat, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know why I did that. Right. Let's try that again, shall we? And then I'll Alt-Tab out after the other cutscene's ended.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never contain such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? As such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine eons ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. Free will is an illusion.
I found the tomb of Sarafan, Kain. How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer. Who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil?
The Sarafan were saviors, defending Nosgoth from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are open, Kain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble, altruistic? Oh, don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours. You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
before Mobius appears. Yes, the script in the scene is fantastic, as is the animation, to be fair, for how old the game is. It's aged pretty well.
Raziel, Redeemer and Destroyer, Pawn and Messiah. Welcome, time span soul. Welcome to your destiny.
I do like how that is a post-credit scene from the first game. It's like, hey, the game you've just played is a prologue. Enjoy.
Where am I? Is the usual question. In your case, when might be more apt.
Very well, you old snake. If you'd prefer I use my bare hands...
This is completely unexpected. This orb disables our vampire enemies, leaving them helpless and incapacitated. Strangely, it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean you no harm.
You can drop the benevolent facade, Mobius. I know who and what you are. I should kill you where you stand.
Perhaps you should, my boy. But you don't.
Are you so certain of that, Mobius?
My role as Time Guardian affords me a certain level of omniscience, Raziel. No, you don't kill me. That honor belongs to your maker, Kain, some 30 years from now.
Ah, you two are a pair. You're just as fatalistic as he is.
Death comes for us all, Raziel. It's just a matter of time.
How is it that you know my name? We have never met.
On the contrary, Raziel, I know you very well. And it grieves me to see how cruelly Kain has used you. I knew you when you were one of the Sarafan Brotherhood, Raziel. We were even close.
Oh, please.
Fortunately, you need not love me now to be my ally.
Are we within the stronghold of the Sarafan priesthood?
Yes, but the glorious days of the Sarafan have long since passed, I'm afraid. This is a more cynical and indecorous age. My mercenary army now inhabits this stronghold. We strive to honor the memory of the Sarafan with our own humble crusade.
Is this the vampire Vorador?
Yes, the scourge of the Circle, the most depraved and decadent example of his whole degenerate race. He slaughtered 6 of my fellow Guardians as they cowered defenseless in this room.
And you somehow survived this massacre?
I and 2 others. The Circle was devastated.
Is that Ariel in
Only
the
we
background?
3 were spared.
How convenient. You'll forgive me if I don't naively devour every scrap of information you toss me. You have a reputation for deceit.
And who has slandered me so? Your malefactor, Kain? The one who betrayed and destroyed you? Our common enemy? Consider the source before you judge me too harshly. We'll forget about rekindling our old friendship then. But consider an alliance based on our common ground. We both want Kain dead. I can help you do it.
You don't want to meddle in this, old man. I know all about your sordid little schemes, but you're simply out of your depth on this one.
You underestimate me, Raziel. Let me show you. Even now, Kain is lying in wait for you, unaware that I've snatched you out of the time stream and brought you here to me. See how he lingers at the very pillars he is destined to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
The pillars are still standing in this time.
Yes, Raziel. They are the embodiment of the divine force which preserves the life of our world. We who serve the pillars maintain their delicate balance, and Kain is destined to be the fulcrum upon which that balance turns. I believe you have already endured the wasteland wrought by his terrible, selfish decision. Kain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril. You may never again be human, Raziel. But you can re-embrace the essence of your humanity and the nobility of your Sarafan heritage. Go to him, Raziel, and end this. But first, you will need to find your way out of the stronghold, and in this, I'm afraid I cannot help you. My soldiers will not understand your appearance here. They will try to kill you. You needn't fear them, of course. They're no match for you. Try to keep the casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do. All great movements require a few martyrs.
Alone now, I surveyed my surroundings and noticed a second time-streaming chamber. Its entrance identical to the first, but with one distinction. That crystal was significant, but how? I had not yet discovered.
Okay, so let's address some things, some points raised in the chat. One, I have a perverse pleasure in seeing the corruption of religion. It's almost as if one of the prevailing themes of the franchise is corruption and power, and the link between the two. Mobius, I mean you no harm. Let's just remember the situation he manufactured in Blood Omen. Now, in Mobius' defense, he means Raziel no harm currently, because Raziel is a useful tool. Although, to be fair, he was trying to use Kain as well, so defense doesn't hold as much water as perhaps we'd like it to hold. But still, he means Raziel no harm currently. And yes, Mobius plays the victim so well. That's what he do. That's what he do. Can I have that sweet, sweet schlep noise? Oh yeah, there it is. Right. This is the second door. Does not open. I didn't think it would, I just wanted to check. And I believe this is the door I came from. Yes. Camera is very sensitive. Action to open. Right. My dude, as I currently lack a weapon, please say hello to my axe. I honestly can't remember what the auto face button was. Hang on. Auto face seems kind of important. What did I bind it to? Z. Cool. I might have to. There we go. Let's try that. Let's make it something slightly easier to hit. Impale! Can't remember what I bound Devour Soul to. I think I put it on a mouse button. What's the keyboard? Q. Now I have a sword. That guy went flying and then lost his head. could have the Soul Reaver back, though, that would be fantastic. Want my not lightsaber, please?
Here it comes. Taste my blade, vampire.
No power attack for you, sir. I will admit, playing with keyboard and mouse is very strange. Like how the heavy attack just kind of yeets them into the air. Please, the door. Thank you. I was mashing the action button, chat. I assure you.
Throughout the stronghold, I discovered evidence of my former nobility and my life as a Sarafan priest. This was the heritage so foully stolen from me when Kain raided my sacred crypt and defiled me.
Sorry, I took my hand off the keyboard. That was on me.
Taste my blade, vampire. Taste my blade, vampire. Taste my blade, vampire.
Thank you for all kind of attacking me one at a time. Makes it very easy. Take my time. Consume soul! There we go. I'm sure there's a, like, top tier weapon in the game somewhere. Not that way. Not that way. Alright, came in through in the cutscene. Quite possible. Also, I'm fighting the camera constantly. That's not great. No, this is a door I've already been in. I killed the person in this room. Never mind. That is not where the cutscene took me. Like the giant axes, because of their range, the swords seem to get blocked more. That's fair. If I find a giant axe, I might experiment. I guess the swords are faster. Okay. I don't think I can change between realms yet. I don't think there's a keybind for that. Unless... Aha! Nope. There we go. Oh god, this is going to be even more nauseating now I'm fighting the camera. Nothing that way. And I expect I can't warp through this. Step through this. Phase through, there's the word. There's the word. Yeah, it's not the standard crossbar gate. Swords are faster.
Away from the
influence
of Mobius's cursed staff, I could feel the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy. But why, I wondered, would the staff have any effect on the Reaver?
The Reaver, if I recall correctly, you can only use it full health unless it's upgraded.
There's one.
Yup, it's gone. Oh god, this is not fun combat, chat. It is not aged well. Oh. I punched her heart out, and her axe fell in the wall. Let's block. There we go. This Reaver behaves a little differently if memory serves. Well, it went as soon as I lost health, but it seems like it feels like I probably will get a different Reaver of some kind at some point. That's on me. I keep trying to turn the camera. I'm gonna assume everyone in here dies. Seems like a safe assumption in a vampire game. Oh, that's why I keep fighting the camera. I see. Okay, it auto-targets the closest enemy. Good to know. Let's see a remake of the series with the camera controls updated. Yeah, that'll be good. Get in my mouth! I don't want the sword, but sure, why not? See ya. I find it interesting that the... Yeah, that's stuck in the ground. The axe gets dropped on kill, but the sword does not. Oh, where am I going to get you? I'm going to get you. Just yeeting them into the air. It's too good. Hey Guns, how you doing? Let's see remake the series with the camera. Not only the camera controls, but also the combat controls. But Guns, thank you for saying I'm your favorite UK streamer. Don't know how Bridget's gonna feel about that. Can I pick? Please, I wish. Thank you. Shh, we won't tell. That's fair.
As I neared the stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me. The disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel. As I cautiously approached, the sense of dislocation intensified with each step. So this was the tomb of the beloved King William the Just.
beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade. I was reminded of Kain's journey as a fledgling vampire, how Mobius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth. And here I discovered the source of the displacement.
It's the Reaver!
Reaver itself, laid out like a holy relic, and broken, apparently in the battle between William and Kain. I had not thought such a thing was possible. Until, of course, Kain shattered the blade against me when he tried to strike me down. Thus, the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me, became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the Wraith blade uncoiled itself and snaked down the length of the physical blade. Embracing its twin, its mirror self, the Reaver's long-dormant spirit was now fully aroused. And for the first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity. Willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment. The Reaver was now in command, and I, now merely its helpless host, felt my soul being leeched to restore the blade. But the Reaver knew better than to destroy its host, and just as I neared the brink of oblivion,
Yeah, it's a horny
the
sword.
blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control.
What have you done to me, Mobius? Is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Kain who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Kain laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
Raziel, I beg you to stay your hand. This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you're trembling, Mobius. Has your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind. Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Kain, old man. He'll join you in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Yes, the wheel of fate demands it.
What did you say?
The wheel of fate. The inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel. To strike me down would be striking God's own attendant. And I don't believe even you would take that risk.
I tire of your games, Mobius. Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Kain is waiting for me.
Go then, Raziel. Seek Kain out and destroy him in the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were once a Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy. You are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
By my soul, You almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that.
I could now summon the blade at will, regardless of my strength. But once summoned, the blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained. It devoured the souls of its victims, and if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger on me.
Oh, it's like a toxic OnlyFans community. Oh no, my health upgrade! It's gone! I followed a guide for that health upgrade game. William the Just, as I recall, isn't a nice person either. I mean, titles such as the Just are always subjective. But no, I don't believe he was a terribly great person. From what I recall of the little time Kain interacts with him in Blood Omen.
So this was the legendary Janos Ordrin, reputed to have been the most ancient and diabolical vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenseless villagers below. His reign of terror ended when the Sarafan finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still-living body. This relic came to be known as the Heart of Darkness, and was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife. The Sarafan therefore guarded it carefully, lest the heart fall into the hands of their enemies. But I wondered, could Janos Ordrin truly have been as monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic license by the Sarafan, who sought to lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
This is funny because Mobius knows the outcome of the adventure, of the encounter. But that's just how Mobius do. Well, thanks for swinging by the guns. We'll see you when we see you as you lurk in and out. And that Red Panda, it's Legacy of Edge, the Soul Edginess. Exactly. Halfway through the series. Just. How do I unsummon the Reaver? Oh no, that's it. I remember. You lose health constantly while you're in the material. That was the shtick. Maybe it's shut the door behind me. I don't think we're on speaking terms anymore. No more stained glass there. I assume it's this door. How you doing, that Red Panda? Oh no, the blades! It got too aroused. It nearly consumed me. Oh, did that guy drop a sword? I could really do with a weapon that isn't the Reaver. There's a loop. Tired, you stressing you out, throwing a lot of scientific mathematics that you don't understand. Being tired doesn't help, feeling very out of your depth. Yeah, really, that's the uni experience from what I remember. But I'm proud of you for going back. Or for doing it now, let's say. Oh, there was an axe on the wall all along.
Strange how my history came full circle. This chapel, I realized,
And you've got this.
was a memorial to my former Sarafan brethren and myself. All of us martyred here. And then so cruelly profaned by Kain when he imposed his gift on our noble corpses. For the first time, I beheld the image of my Sarafan self, memorialized here among my fallen comrades. It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had been, and what a vile phantasm I had become. And a profound sense of injury, of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I could barely contain it. All I wanted at this moment was to find Kain and destroy him.
keep wanting to do like a jump attack, but there isn't one. Got the camera. Probably going back to your doctor, got your sleep apnea treatment going on at half a year. It's still tired as hell. Think I might have chronic fatigue or something. Yeah, definitely get that checked out. Well done for recognizing you need to go to the doctor. I'm being really patronizing. I apologize. Game still looks good today. Yeah, so I mean, it looked decent when I got it working without the patch, but I have a patch on that allows me to stream it because you can run it through compatibility mode, but OBS couldn't pick up the compatibility mode instance of the game. But it still looks pretty good. Sorry Reaver 2 is a PS2 game. Sorry Reaver 1, which I have also played on stream, that doesn't look great with the, is it Dithering, I think it's called? Get out of here on the axe. Right, so... that seems locked. Aha! The way up. Also, before I actually do leave this area, can we just take a moment to address... oh god, where is this statue? There it is. Can we take a moment to address the crossguard on Raziel's sword there? That is... that's just a big sigh at this point. Big sigh. Funny. Like the channel. Anyway, moving on. I'm not so sure. I think I'm remembering the footstep noise as being different in Sorry Reaver 1 as being more like schlep schlep noise. And I don't know if I prefer this or not. Don't know why I ran past the door. I think I was just seeing if there's anything over there. I should probably at some point check to see if there are collectibles. You know what? Let's do that right now before I get any further into the game and risk missing one or two. Does not appear. Oh, they do not appear to be collectibles like they were in the first one. Can anyone confirm or deny? Footsteps in Final Fantasy 8 still haunt you to this day. Fair. I haven't heard them, but I will take it on faith that they are not great. I am... I always remember the... oh, why is OBS in that window now? The footsteps in Half-Life, the clunk, 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 clunk of the HEV suit on the catwalks. At least compared to Alan Wake 2 chat, this game has background music that plays constantly. It's not just footstep noise. No, don't do this to me. No, it's too soon, game.
Emerged, and for the first time beheld Nosgoth in its former glory. The land overflowed with abundant life and vitality. And I knew with certainty then that the world I had left behind was nothing more than the corpse of Nosgoth, a lifeless husk bled dry by the corruption of Kain's parasitic empire. This was the fragile world Kain sacrificed to preserve his own petty life and ambition, heedless of the profound cost. The sight only deepened my resolve. I sensed that the pillars lay to the northwest. If Kain truly waited to confront me there,
I would not disappoint him.
I thought this might have been the maelstrom, the abyss that Raziel got thrown into. I'm on a ledge. Because I'm holding a weapon. Okay, well, teleport me to the spiritual. Forgot that Raziel could swim thanks to one of his brothers. That's oh, what are you doing, Raziel? No. I'm not telling him to dive. He just keeps diving. I'm just holding forwards. Hold crouch, press jump to jump out of the water.
As I passed this arcane landmark, a wisp of the Reaver's energy was drawn into the ring, illuminating it. This created a beacon of sorts in the spirit world. If ever I found myself depleted in the spectral realm, and my soul tossed on the ethereal winds, these beacons would draw me back to safety and restore me.
Swimming is a thing in this game, and like most non-aquatic games, the swimming could be better. Yeah, I'm getting that sensation already. I like how they rationalize a checkpoint system. Sorry, have a diegetic checkpoint system, let's say. I get the feeling that these will be important later. Just a suspicion. Okay, so Raziel likes to be beneath the waterline, is what I'm taking from this. Also, it's inverted controls, and I hate it. I mean, it makes sense because he moves relative to the camera, but still. Is there anything in this? Can't tell if this is a direction I can swim, or... Oh, no, it's just the draw distance. Bamboozling me. Oh, and then this jump when you're on the surface to swim forwards. Okay. Chat, I remember the Reaver. I remembered the high jump. Are you proud of me? God, that animation is still as goofy as ever. Yeah, with the amount of platforming I had to do to reach this will be important later. Wonderful. I can't wait to forget where all of these are. It's the time stream crystal thing. That's on me. I was holding W and I don't know why I didn't let go. Raziel, please get out of the water. There we go.
These ancient obelisks were mysteriously attuned to my spiritual essence. By simply touching the symbol, I could safely preserve an imprint of my soul, and thus create a milestone to which I could return when weary, and from which I could resume my journey.
Did they try to rationalize a save point? They absolutely did. Look very similar to the save points in Blood Omen. I guess that's intentional.
While I had only just escaped the stronghold, I sensed that in time my journey would return me full circle to this place. Infiltrating the fortress, however, would be no small feat. The balcony that had provided my escape was now well beyond my reach, leaving this massive gateway as the only means of entry. The gates were sealed, but like the time-streaming chamber I had seen earlier, their operation was undoubtedly linked to that odd crystal mounted above the entrance.
There's one.
Oh, well, never mind. I will say, obviously, like, there is a certain amount of edge here, so much that you could probably cut yourself on it. But it just hits differently with all the gothic overtones. It kind of suits it. You dead? Well, you're on a... Yeah, you're dead.
There's one.
I'm sorry, do you have a gun? You will admit you got tired of seeing this lake. That doesn't bode well. I can't have my axe back or his gun. Never mind. Please. Camera, thank you. Is aerial in this game? I like how you can dodge backwards and sideways, but there's no kind of quick step forwards. Oh god, the combat. It's not good. Ah, I got a full heal from that. Oh well, I didn't want that, but okay, sure. I'll give the hunters some credit, they know the power of mobs. They do! But if only they were all rushing me at the same time. Gotta figure out a way to kill them without impaling. Nothing down here. Pleasant music, at least. For a little jaunt through the woods. Okay, no idea what that is. I'm sure it's important later. And I'll be looping around up there.
There's another one.
might be a problem. Oh my god. Okay, well. Did he fall down at least? Oh, he died. It's all good. That's kind of the thing. Haven't you noticed all of the impaled corpses? I mean, I noticed the impaled corpses. I'd rather not have to stoop to their level. I'd like to keep the axe. Please and thank. It's an unpleasant sound. Someone's aggroed. I like how all the birds turn into green soul energy.
These vampires had nothing in common with the deranged jackals I left behind in Kain's derelict empire. They seemed to retain much of their former humanity. In this era,
Give or take a few splinters.
vampires were clearly not the uncontested predators we had been. These creatures were hunted mercilessly and oppressed. And while I still believed that vampirism was a plague and had to be wiped out, there was nothing noble or righteous in this crusade. This was simply ruthless persecution.
Well, yes, because Mobius can kind of tell what's going to happen. I don't know if you picked up on that, Raziel. Heal me! Thank you. It's a very fast animation. I'm not going to abuse that. In the slightest. Please. I'm holding action. There we go. Just kick it open. NBD.
The pillars of Nosgoth. Pristine, whole, and uncorrupted. I had never beheld them in this undefiled state, yet something profound and indelible resonated within me at the sight. And there, waiting at the very heart of the pillars, was the canker that was destined to destroy them.
Okay.
I know you're there, Raziel.
Mobius led me to you, Kain, though I might have guessed you'd meet me here.
And if Mobius told you I was hidden on the underside of hell, would you throw yourself into oblivion to pursue me? Mobius trawls for the ignorant and unwary, hauling his gasping prey from the streams of their destinies. Stay out of his net, Raziel.
Spare me your elaborate metaphors, Kain. I have pursued you here for one purpose. You will pay for your betrayal, and balance will thus be restored to Nosgoth.
And whose will is satisfied then? The will of Raziel or Mobius?
Would I be better manipulated by you, Kain? Now, turn and face me. The chase is over.
This isn't a chase, Raziel. We are merely passengers on the wheel of destiny, describing a perfect circle to this point. We've been brought here for a reason. I've seen the beginning and the end of our story, however, and the tale is crude and ill-conceived. We must rewrite the ending of it. You And I.
Face me, Kain. Even you shouldn't die a coward's death.
Isn't it customary to grant the condemned a final request?
I recall no such courtesy from you.
Indulge me, Raziel. All I ask is that you listen. This is the sublime moment of our undoing, Raziel. The ineffable fulcrum upon which swings the entirety of our history. This is where all of Nosgoth is betrayed. In this instant, Ariel, the Balance Guardian, is murdered by dark forces bent on overthrowing the Pillars. Her spirit is just now tearing free, lost in the ether, trying to find its way here. You have already seen how she comes to haunt these Pillars.
Bound here by your refusal to die. You are the reason this land becomes diseased. As long as you remain alive, you condemn Nosgoth to an eternity of decay.
Be still, Raziel. See this. As Ariel dies, I am being born to take her place as Balance Guardian. Such is my destiny.
My God.
At the moment of my first cry, Ariel's beloved, the Guardian Nutraptor, finds her corpse. Racked with grief and tormented by suspicions of treachery, Nutraptor plunges into a madness which overflows and infects all of the Guardians who are symbiotically bound, including me. The repercussions of Ariel's assassination were expertly calculated. The entire circle descends into madness, and I am tainted at the moment of my birth, instantly rendered incapable of fulfilling the role destiny has prepared for me.
Shall I show you the same mercy you showed the rest of the circle then? You blithely murdered them to restore their pillars, yet your hand faltered when it came to the final sacrifice. What makes you exempt, Kain? You're merely the last man standing. Why condemn me for simply carrying out what you hadn't the courage to do yourself?
Let's drop the moral posturing, shall we? We both know there's no altruism in this pursuit. Your reckless indignation led you here. I counted on it. There's no shame in it, Raziel. Revenge is motivation enough. At least it's honest. Hate me, but do it honestly. 30 years hence, I am presented with a dilemma. Let's call it a two-sided coin. If the coin falls one way, I sacrifice myself and thus restore the pillars. But as the last surviving vampire in Nosgoth, this would mean the annihilation of our species. Mobius made sure of that. If the coin lands on the reverse, I refuse the sacrifice and thus doom the pillars to an eternity of collapse. Either way, the game is rigged.
We agree then that the pillars are crucial and must be restored.
Yes, Raziel. And that's why we've come full circle to this place.
So after all this, you make my case for me. To end this stalemate, you must die so that new Guardians can be born.
Pillars don't belong to them, Raziel. They belong to us.
Your arrogance is boundless, Kain.
There's a third option. A monumental secret, hidden in your very presence here. But it's a secret you have to discover for yourself. Unearth your destiny, Raziel. It's all laid out for you here.
You said it yourself, Kain. There are only two sides to your coin.
Apparently so. But suppose you throw a coin enough times. Suppose one day it lands on its edge.
Gasp. Well, I guess that's the game then. GG. Nothing to do but turn around and go back the way I've come. Nope. Wrong button. stop doing that. Oh my gosh. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do in the slightest. But while I'm here... Oh, actually, that is the way out.
I didn't know what impulse stayed my hand, why I had so willingly allowed Kain to escape me when I had pursued him for so long. I had no reason to trust Kain after he had valued me so little. And yet, I found myself intrigued by his words. I had been too cruelly used to so gullibly play his pawn. But if this world truly had secrets to divulge, I was determined to expose them.
There we go. Yeah, people call it a D2, but everyone knows the coin is actually a D3. I'm also going to have to get used to, and have to start remembering to, back here. I know you're not actually attacking me, but get back here nonetheless. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember that when I feel like I'm stuck, sometimes the solution is change between the realms. Kendra, I'm sorry, and I've just gone turned around. No, I have not. Never mind.
From the moment of my arrival, I had the constant and palpable sensation of being watched. Someone, it seemed, was keenly interested in my presence here.
Elder God? Perhaps. Checkpoint me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say it's the Elder God. Oh, hey, that's me.
From the look of it, this door had been sealed for centuries. I began to realize it was no mere coincidence that I found myself standing here, beneath this winged figure with blue skin and cloven hands so like my own, and bearing this unique key.
That resembles the Reaver.
And so it was with a sense of gravity and trepidation that I unsealed that ancient door and crossed the threshold.
You're a vampire, don't you have to be invited in? They didn't drop any food! How rude! Also, I realised I could just run past them. They're not really doing anything. Whee! Don't know if it's faster, but it looked cool. Why'd you randomly turn around on the stairs there, Razia? Oh look, we're beneath the pillars. There are more pillars!
As I entered the chamber, I sensed that it had been sealed for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. And while this room was clearly built when the pillars were erected, I knew that no human hand could have shaped this place, and that perhaps it had never been seen by human eyes. The surrounding murals depicted a winged race, their features so like my own, but beautiful, where mine were grotesque, and angelic, while mine were demonic. I tried to decipher these images. A great war,
but with combatants like none I had ever seen. The pillars raised by this winged race, who thus defeated their adversaries. The winged beings again, writhing in agony, apparently afflicted with the same bloodthirst I had so recently suffered. And throughout the chamber, inscribed everywhere, images of the Reaver itself. Was this what Kain had urged me to discover? I wondered.
Lies, Raziel.
There he is. The god.
Do
What up,
not
squid
be
face?
deceived.
Ah, my ancient benefactor. And I dared to hope we had parted ways forever. Your silence was refreshing, while it lasted. No doubt you have a conveniently inexpressible reason for your presence here?
Do not be insolent, Raziel. I am eternally present here and everywhere, now and always. I am the still center of the turning wheel, the hub of this world's destiny.
But perhaps not so omnipotent as you'd have me believe. Your hold on me appears to be tenuous. I no longer seem to need you. Yet I'm guessing you still need me.
This impudence is unworthy of you, Raziel. Do not forget that you have a task to fulfill here. You are indebted to me.
Indebted? You would have me show gratitude for a gift I didn't ask to be bestowed? Do you forget that you forced me to inhabit this vile carcass?
I restored you to yourself, Raziel. It was Kain who destroyed you. The very enemy you've just let slip through your grasp. Do not fail me, my servant.
I serve no one. Not you, not Kain, and not your lackey Mobius.
Mobius is my good servant. I have many.
And if I tell Mobius that he's worshipping a giant squid, do you think his faith will falter?
You have grown willful, Raziel. But beware. To embrace a serpent is to invite poison into your heart. Kain is a sinuous beast. He will seduce and deceive you. You pride yourself on your free will, yet you let that degenerate deter your resolve.
I harbor no illusions about his integrity, nor anyone else's. In fact, I am beset by manipulation on all sides. I merely seek the truth.
These are the fathomless truths, Raziel. The agony of birth and death and rebirth. This is the wheel of fate, the purifying cycle which sustains all life. Vampires are an abomination, a plague which leeches this land of its spiritual strength. They obstruct the flow of life and death. Their souls stagnate in their wretched corpses. But the wheel must turn. Death is inexorable and cannot be denied. Your destiny is irresistible, Raziel. You are my soul reaver, the scourge of the vampires, reaper of their apostate souls. Remain steadfast, end the vampire's parasitic curse, and restore Nosgoth. Kain's blood belongs on your hands.
Kain indeed deserves to die for condemning me to this repugnant form, but if and when I kill him, it will be for me alone to decide.
Kain destroyed you without a flicker of remorse. He tore the soul from your noble corpse, and after you had served him faithfully for 1,000 years, he discarded you in the abyss on a jealous whim. Remember your rage, Raziel. Let it guide your hand.
Hate him, but do it honestly. Someone doesn't like vampires, it would seem. It would seem that way. Please. I want to save the game. Let me save. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Well, guess I'm going down. Good thing I don't need to breathe. Hey, Squidface, how you doing? Oh, I got Raziel, but Twitch is going to ban me for breaking TOS. Please. Nope. Oh, Where do I go from here? Well, historically speaking, every time I've been stuck, the solution has been to change between the realms, but this is a new room. This is just the way back up to where I dropped down from. It absolutely is. This is new water then. I think. Yeah, this is new. No. This is a water temple. Lovely. Just what we needed. It was one of those in the last game. That's where I learned to swim. No idea where I'm going, by the way, chat. Just operating on the principle that up is out. This is a better water temple, TM? Is it though? Can you promise that in a non-sarcastic manner?
I surfaced into a very different landscape. The daylight barely penetrated the dense canopy of this forest. Here I discovered an ancient ruin, unmistakably one of Mobius's time-streaming chambers, but long ago sealed and abandoned to the encroaching swamp. I didn't currently possess the means to break this seal, but I thought in time that I might.
Okay, okay. So largely this map is useless. Because, okay, cool. It's a map, technically.
Seize him!
Heal me! Yeah. Not as much health as I'd like, but it will do. And now. Oh, Stora came out. A door. No, my axe. Wow, that's... He didn't skip leg day. Vorador? Is he still alive?
My lurking observer was exposed. The creature vanished when he realized he was discovered, but I caught a glimpse of him, and his features were distinctive enough. This was the vampire Vorador, the monstrous assassin depicted in the stronghold. Strange that a creature brazen enough to assault the circle single-handedly would avoid confronting me. Very well. If Vorador would not come to me, I would go to him. But first I needed to find some means of reaching that terrace.
He's rather attached to life, as it turns out. And you have the Soul Reaver. And he probably vibes that. Oh, he's going to send me to the spirit realm, chat. Right, can I pick up the sword? Yes. You move kind of slow in the water, I don't know if you've noticed. Out of the water. I was trying to do the very short animation, but that might only work in certain circumstances. Taste my fist. I think I'm up some. There's a save point right here. Squelchy. Question, does this refill my energy? I'm assuming not, and it does not. Sorry, chat. I know it's a bit nauseating, but this just seems the easiest way of killing things. Or certainly the fastest way. And YouTube, I guess I should apologise to YouTube. That frog wants to come with me.
A passage here, leading northward into the mountains. The opening, however, was obstructed and too high for me to reach. Perhaps later I would find the means to bypass these obstacles.
Thank you for the very obvious hint.
Get it!
I could do with some health. Sure, why not? Nearly back up to full. Oh, I can take my sword with me. Best climbing ever. It's really not. Oh. He saw me. Well, never mind. Run away!
My lurking friend was nowhere to be seen, but I found these ruins even more intriguing. I recognized these arcane symbols from the chamber beneath the pillars, and realized that this shrine, too, was sealed to all but the bearer of the Reaver.
That's me. I like how so far the game has done a pretty good job of just recapping the first two games. Oh, right. There we go. Forgot I needed the Reaver out. Don't mind Raziel's telekinesis. Picking up the sword. Or any weapon, really. How did you get in? You don't have the Reaper? Are you buried in here? Or locked in here, sorry? Oh, sweet. Skulls equal full heal. There we go. I figured it out, chat. Oh, the sword. It's carried us this far, chat, but no longer. Action. We have to drop it now. It's very sad. There we go, full health. Okay, can I climb these? No. In which case, peace out. I don't need to kill you, so I won't. Looking for that sweet, sweet spiral. This is not a room I can change back in. I don't know if I could open, if this was a special spectral door. Spirit Realm? I can't remember the exact name. Ah, there it is. Can't remember the exact name of the realm. That seems important. Okay, well, clearly there's a puzzle here, and I'm too smooth-brained to figure it out right now. Oh, I need it for that door. That makes sense. To quote the one guy in The Dragon Prince, that checks out. Be cool, and I won't kill you.
Throughout this ancient shrine, murals depicted the winged race and the apocalyptic war against their mysterious and equally inhuman adversaries. These winged beings, it seemed, were not only the architects of the pillars, but of this enigmatic place as well. And just as in the pillar's chamber, this shrine was adorned throughout with imagery of the Reaver, depicted with the reverence of a holy icon.
I'm going to dub them Nephilim. Now, if you please, insert a chic tablet so we can update them out. No, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. You can't make me. Oh, it's the same. I'm gonna grab this in case I need it. I assume none of these doors open. It's the moon! That's not active yet. I need to drop that there so I can open this door. Okay. In the absence of anything obvious to do in the material, what about in the spectral? Just die, I need time to explore. I don't like the noise. I apologize for that. Get in my mouth, otherwise you'll respawn. The vital importance that it does play music when opening. How else are people going to know to wait politely? That's true. That is very true. Okay. This didn't appear to have done anything, so that's cool. Apart from, obviously, open the door. Ooh, Dark Forge. Don't know if that'd do anything, like break the locks or whatnot. Okay, so that seems like it's part of a timer puzzle, maybe? Aha! Didn't get close enough to the prompt to activate. That's on me. Okay. Peace out, vampiric brethren. I forget. I'm pretty sure you passively regain health in the spectral. But I could be wrong. Oh no, I'm slowly regaining health. Where's the twisty point? I can transition. Does not appear to be a transition point in this room, which is interesting, considering I had to transition to get here in a non-gendered way, for once. So oh, it's up there. Okay. I wonder if I can high jump up to it. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Okay. I mean, I was holding jump, but I guess it didn't count for the glide input. Please? There we go. That was weird. Health must be full. Curses to me! Oh well, it's not as bad as the waiting for the soul door, waiting for the moon doors and whatever. Please just die. Oh, thank you. Much obliged. Stick it in the door. Please, Raziel, the door. Thank you. I gone to the wrong room. Was I supposed to do something else somewhere? Oh boy. Okay. I think I was supposed to do something else in a different room. Come here and use this reflector. I'm just going to assume it needs to be pointing at the full moon. Or the full sun. Just in case. Hope that door remains open. Make everything untwisty. Kind of... I don't want to leave this in case it's wrong, because... Shoot projectiles at puzzle targets. What are the puzzle targets? Don't know what I'm supposed to be shooting? Huh. But it is not this. I don't know if I was supposed to bounce it off of it. No? Okay, so there's something I can shoot in this room. So we'll do something. I don't know if it was the little pyramids. Oh, hang on. I'm holding action. Is that the only one I can move? It is. Oh, I see. So, match up what it shows on the pillar to the thing in the background. That's fine. Still not sure what the puzzle targets are. Okay. Feel like I've solved maybe half the puzzle? Oh. I think it's shrinking. I could be wrong. No, it's just a weird graphical thing going on with my eyes. Huh. Kinda don't want to look up the answer so, like, less than 2 hours of gameplay in, but it's kind of not doing anything. If I take too long, I'll have to... Can the Reaver shoot the projectiles? Oh god, I alt-tabbed. It can. Okay, thank you for that. That would have taken a while otherwise. I just figured that because Raziel can do it, there'd be no difference between the two. But that's an assumption I made. That was incorrect for me to make. Incorrect for me to make, sorry. Loop back around to the beginning of the area. Boy, howdy it does. I solved, you know, most of the puzzle. I just fell at the final hurdle. Oh boy. Oh, right, I need to be gone. Because like, I saw the Reaver symbol, but I guess that's an indication that you just need to have the Reaver summoned to do things with it. Like with the doors. Difference obviously in hindsight, but they haven't revealed the real mechanic at work here yet. You're working towards the reveal? Ah, I see. Thank you. Put it in the frame. Raziel, the frame. Not sure what that does for me, but I'm sure I will find out eventually. Boy, howdy do I hope there's health on the other side of this door. Otherwise it's going to be a long wait. I mean, technically they provide health, I suppose. That was just rude. Burn. There we go. I got into that a bit too much, I apologise, chat. Oh, you're gonna be like that, huh? Poke, 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 poke. Dead? Yep. Put that one clean in two. I'm gonna eat that. I don't need it. I should probably have saved that. Never mind. Guess I'll rotate this. No, why I did that? I know I wouldn't make it. Couldn't make it in one realm. Why would I be able to make it in the other? Okay. It's gonna kill him. I can run around unhindered. Or, you know, die. Because they hit quite hard. Combat! Thrilling. I like the puzzles. I'm less fond of the combat. Yeah, I didn't do anything. Okay. Did I get my sword back? Yep, thank you again. Those undead warrior priests are a pain. Their telekinetic attacks make it difficult to ignore them. Yeah, that's why I killed the ones that were yeeting stuff at me. And truthfully, I didn't need to kill the one I just killed, but I could have just run around and ignored it. But I'd rather have the time to, you know, run around. Okay, I think I've seen everything there is to see from down there. Is this something I need to deal with? I don't think so. Oh, it's the same problem. I just couldn't see the target. The Reaver. But how do I get up there? General for lore, make sure you examine the murals in this game. They provide quite a story. If I find them, I will try to remember. Thank you. Luckily, they seem to have a pretty generous cutscene trigger. It's not doing anything. Perceptible, anyway. All I have is this way out. Oh, hang on. Didn't notice I could pull the pillar. One day one stream I'll consistently turn that the right way. Oh, why did I do that? Well, that was just rude. You ate my health. I was about to leave you alone, and then you made yourself annoying. Please don't respawn the enemies. From what I remember, it's pretty good about that. Okay. I thought that's what would happen. I just wanted to check. can't push it. Cool. Not sure how that works. Solid shadow in the material, but sure, it does, I guess. Oh, it's a giant sundial. Okay. Push it the other way. I solved the puzzle yet. Raccoon. No, the door. My way out. Well, guess I'll drop down here.
As I neared the altar, I suddenly felt the Reaver quickening of its own volition. Just as in William's chapel, the balance of power tangibly shifted. Voracious and willful, the Soul Reaver was now in control, and I, merely its helpless puppet. The Reaver plunged itself into that mysterious altar, and devouring the energy that emanated from within, drained this place of its power. Thus sated, the Reaver released me, and I realized as I recovered control that these ancient shrines were forges, each purpose-built to enhance the Reaver with elemental power.
Oh yeah. I think that room was outside.
Now I understood the purpose of the mysterious basins I had seen throughout my journey. They were elemental fonts, each attuned to a fundamental essence. When I forged the blade, every font in Nosgoth with the same elemental attunement was simultaneously quickened. The Reaver's enhancements were never permanent, but these fonts enabled me to re-imbue the blade by bathing it in the elemental energy distilled therein.
Please, Raziel. How do I... I'm pressing the action button. No. Huh. Yep. Action does not appear to be doing anything. Unless it's full? Maybe it's full.
Concentric circles, one eclipsing the other. I recognize this symbol from the door sealing that other ancient shrine, the one I had seen in the lake outside the Sarafan stronghold. Perhaps now, armed as I was with the elemental power of darkness, I could return and gain entry.
Seems like a plan. Yeah, I don't need to do anything with you anymore. I'm just going to get out of the shrine and then take a wellness break.
You're a ragged excuse for a savior.
Vorador.
I see my reputation precedes me.
It does.
All good, I hope? I've been watching you since you emerged from that accursed stronghold. Strange that your arrival coincides with the corruption of the Pillars. But I'm wondering, are you the catalyst of these events? Or the answer to them?
I don't know what you mean.
I will speak plainly then. I distrust your origins, stranger. Seeing you crawl from the putrid depths of Mobius's keep makes me question your purpose here. And what should I make of your appearance? Not human, clearly, and more demon than vampire. And the Pillars. It is no mere coincidence that your arrival in that clearing heralded the Pillars' decay. And so I ask you plainly, are you the instrument of the Pillars' destruction or their salvation?
Neither.
Very well. Let us look at the other side of the coin. I have followed your journey and watched as you blithely unlocked secrets that have been sealed and forbidden for thousands of years. The path you have been treading is open to only one being. You don't know what you are, do you?
I have been many things. If you find me ignorant, enlighten me.
What's the point? This world is beyond redemption. Let the human cattle have it.
I would expect better than meek capitulation from you.
Centuries of persecution have taught me well. 500 years ago, our race was nearly exterminated by the fanatical crusades of the Sarafan. And now the same sick drama unfolds again. In merely a decade, Mobius's cutthroat citizen army has nearly accomplished what the Sarafan could not. Vampires meddling in the affairs of men. Look where it's brought us.
What am I to make of these secrets I've uncovered, then? The depictions of the winged race, the Pillars, and the Reaver.
Fairy tales, boy. The delusions of an ancient culture clinging to hope long after the world had discarded them. Their bloodline trickled away, until only one of the ancients remained, sustained solely by obligation and his unfaltering faith in the old prophecies. But you see, even if you are who you appear to be, it no longer matters. You're simply too late. Janos Audron, the Reaver Guardian, the last of the ancients, and my maker, was murdered by the Sarafan nearly 5 centuries ago. He alone would have the answers you seek, but his secrets died with him. I don't know how you've come even this far without his guidance, or without the Reaver, stolen these 500 years ago by the Sarafan. I'm afraid, my friend, that you and all of us are out of luck.
I had no less reason to trust Vorador than anyone else I had met. In fact, the ancient vampire was the most forthright being I had encountered thus far. If Janos Ordran was the key to all this, then I would find him, and Mobius's time-streaming device would provide me passage. But first, I had to find a way back into the stronghold, and I suspected I would find the means within the lake's mysterious shrine.
I was going to say, 500 years in the past, the secrets went missing. If only I had access to a time travel device. There have been many things as a type of response that says I think I know more than I actually do. Yes, Raziel is not a humble vampire by any means. However, I think I'm going to take my wellness break. I don't know how long I'm going to keep streaming. I feel a bit weird. I'll stream for as long as I can, but if I start feeling weirder, I'm just going to assume I'm, blood sugar or I'm tired or something is wrong, and have to just stop. But for now, YouTube, it's going to pause the recording. Unpause the recording. Hopefully the game loads properly. OBS, the game is open. Thank you. Don't actually have to kill you. You live! Congratulations, just this once. Climbable surface? No. I just went in a big circle, didn't I? I'm wondering if I'd gone the other way, if there was a shortcut back to the shrine I need to the lake. Never mind.
Prepare to die.
I do need to... Please, let me save the game. Save. Nope. 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 I feel like you move faster when jumping. And obviously in most games where you can climb, it's faster to jump onto the climbable surface. Just went in a circle. God damn it. Why am I like this? As I said, chat, I thought I got in a circle. Did I just do the exact same thing? No, I don't think so.
Seize him.
I mean, you can try.
Fiend.
Over there.
Trigger that. Right, is this the strange shrine, or is it the sunken structure? I think it was the sunken structure. I think it might be faster to schlep through the water. Sorry, wade. Speaking of Wade, if you haven't seen it, the Deadpool 3 trailer is out. It's, by all accounts, blowing up the internet. remember how to get to that place. I'll be honest, like, swimming isn't great anyway. Swimming while trying to find somewhere isn't great. And it's surprisingly hard to navigate when you're constantly fighting the camera. I think this is where I just came from. I know. I'm making progress. Hopefully I'm making progress. Looks promising. I'm gonna see if there's a door before I change realm. There's no door, but there is this. I thought this is what it meant. I may have been mistaken. I've just wasted a lot of time. As usual. Apologies to anyone who's played this before and knows what to do. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that doesn't give you Raziel's voiceover, which is what gave me the objective. Gosh dang it. One practical note, this game had content cut during development. As such, they reuse some of the environments. In some cases, you may be in the same location environment, but at different times it's different but the same. Thank you for letting me know. It's the Kirkwall problem. I'm not too proud, by the way. If I'm going completely the wrong direction and you know the answer that I am, please let me know. Not today. Because this is going to take me back to the Elder God. And the pillars. Give me enough to know how much of a hint to provide. Thank you. Just like the next clue. That's why I really when I was a small person, child, if you will. I'd help my mum play games. And this was back when... Oh god, I think it was... I can't remember the name of it, but it was a walkthrough platform...
Ah, my wayward child returns.
1 second.
Having unearthed more than you'd like, I suspect. What am I to make of these ruins that litter the land, and these images here in this chamber?
Merely the deceits of a failed civilization. You are being misled, Raziel. This ancient race hoped to manipulate the future with these scrawled misdirections. You must tread carefully. There are dark forces at work in this world, bent on subverting your true destiny.
I have no doubt of that. The question is, am I in their presence right now?
Your arrogance will spell your demise, Raziel. Deny my will, and the arc of your destiny will reach a sudden conclusion.
Your threats are unmoving. Even now, I'm beyond your reach.
Okay, that was a good line.
My reach is longer than you realize. This is a very dangerous game you're playing, Raziel.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the platform, but it was a walkthrough platform that gave you, I think it was like 3 hints before actually telling you what it was you were supposed to do, and it was a really good way of handling it. There were sequential hints, but it was a really fun way of doing it. For now, I'm just gonna head back to the stronghold and investigate any doors I see along the way. I can remember how to get out of this room. Never mind, I remembered. Again, jumping just seems faster. I don't know if it is. Fine, I'll take the long one. But it's also going to throw off the AI aim, so... It's totally not a loading zone. Obviously, there's a push right now in the video game industry. I nearly said video graphical industry. Angel and I have been rewatching the DuckTales reboot. For ever more realistic graphics. But honestly, if games came out with graphics like this, I would not be upset. I like the pillar music. Obviously, the textures could be more modern, but I've heard 2 different versions of things. The Elder God is correct. Raziel is being misled by at least one party, possibly all parties. Oh, I just assume everyone's lying to Raziel at this point. Let's grab the checkpoint. Is it this? Nope. That's not a thing I can interact with right now.
There's
I mean, I don't think Vorador has a reason to lie, per se. Because he's basically just repeating what he said to Kain in the first game. It's just stay away from humanity. It's the only way we survive. The Elder God has no real reason to lie, but equally it has no real reason to tell the truth. It's a being from beyond the bounds of time and space. Kain obviously has his own agenda, as does Mobius. I think I've gone too far back. That's why I have the save point now. The only reason I came all the way back here was just because I know there's a save point. Oh. Well, I'm not going to touch that. I might need to reload. Okay. So those are all around the south, the lake with the Elder God in it. So I assume they're related to lowering the water. I think successive control indicates this type of game could still be very successful. Obviously, this game has some historical baggage, which could be addressed, but the premise of the game is perfectly valid today. Like a story-driven Metroidvania? Is that what you're saying? Is it parsing things correctly? Right. It is that door. Haha! Well, this at least is kind of maybe in the right direction. Maybe I should go and grab that save point. You know what? I'm going to grab that save point. There's something to do over here, and I can't guarantee there's another save point in there. Obviously here at twitch.tv/ComradeBubbles we are all... Well, I mean I am. That's why I play them. Hopefully, presumably why some of you come here. Fans of games that don't have to have the most complex stories, but games that have interesting stories. And ideas behind them. Sorry, this is because I'm playing it full screen 1080p, which obviously the game is never intended to do. When the camera zooms out, you can obviously see the edge of the world. But also the third-person perspective, there was a period of time, about 5 to 10 years, where everything was first-person 3D, and we're seeing success with a return to this perspective style. Yeah, there is that. I think third-person had... like, it was left to its own kind of style, mostly for role-playing games and platformers. Obviously I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of video games. Or is it? It's not that one. It's that. I mean, obviously, Tomb Raider and Uncharted and stuff, Horizon, they all have been successful 3D action games. But they've not been as popular, as common, I think, is what you're saying. And I think I agree. Oh, right. Where is the font? However, Crystal Dynamics, I hope in the intervening years since this game came out, which was 2000 and... I want to say 2, but that's just a number I pulled out of the thin air. controls have improved. Also, all the elemental Reavers reminds me that I still haven't played Primal on stream. Darkness Blade. I don't know if there's a PC port of Primal. Oh, well. Wow, you got ripped in half. Sucks to be you. You gave me no health back. That's not fair. I think I found the next dungeon, chat. Recent success of Metroid Dread and Prince of Persia Lost Crown demonstrates 2D non-Dark Souls Metroidvanias are still a successful model. Definitely. Oh, it's that pink crystal.
These murals left no room for doubt. These winged creatures were indeed the architects of the pillars. And while the images were difficult to decipher, the pillars appeared to banish or diminish their enemies somehow.
With Dark Reaver, press action to activate. Stab the ground. Okay, so it looks like it's going to go on a limb here. Light Reaver. Also, that looks like the Black Lantern. Is it Black Lantern symbol? That was a great game. I just recommend Castlevania Curse of Darkness for another good, not well-known game. I'll bear it in mind, thank you. I don't think I have. I know I have some Castlevania games. I don't think I have Curse of Darkness. Grab the checkpoint. Raziel, please, when I'm auto-facing something, please at least face it. Do me that honor. Stab the door. Wall. No, it's a door. I can say stab the door. That works out. PC era of folklore is good, similar to Curse of Darkness and Playstyle. We'll have some very interesting discussion about the world. I will, sorry, my brain's gone completely blank. I'll look it up after stream, see if there's a way I can play it. Obviously, I have that aforementioned list to get through first. And I would like to finish this series. I'm thinking maybe after I finish the list and the Mass Effect trilogy, go for Blood Omen 2. Why is this game aged so well? Actually, to be fair, a lot of PlayStation PS2 era games have aged surprisingly well. It was just before the brown period of the early 360 PS3 era. Oh, I don't have Darkness. Right. It wore off. I'm just going to explore the room, but I reckon I have to go through that gate that I just walked past in the spectral realm. Yes. Cool. What I might do, however, is put a suggestions channel in the Discord server and periodically open it up for people to put suggestions in of things they'd like to see on stream. I'm sure that won't backfire at all. I assume that's full of water. No, what? You know, I'll leave that there. I'm until I know where I'm supposed to be going. That's fine. Is this just one big reflector puzzle? Oh, boy. Game, you spoil me. Okay. Spears that implies there's going to be something to fight in this room. Forgot that jumping was faster. I apologize. What do you reckon, chat? That's a warning, isn't it? Absolutely is. That's what I figured. I just wanted to check. These games have aged well because the technology was good enough to be acceptable, better than PS1. With a strong focus on story and story design. Also, this era still had the monetization model. Pay once, play forever. It was relatively soon after this era we got the microtransactions era, which we were just now trying to move away from. That's fair. I like Helldiver's approach. I don't know if you've seen it. So for just general video game knowledge, Helldivers 2 came out recently. It's a PvE game, but they're not adding PvP 2 because they don't want that toxicity, which I respect. But the lead developer or someone has said that you have to earn the right to monetize your game, and like one of the weapons that you can buy, it looks cool. Oh, cool. Okay, I like the built-in hint system at the very least. Okay, well, the projectile was doing nothing, game. Oh yeah, the gun looks cool, but it's terrible. That's what I was trying to say. That's not what I wanted at all. Oh boy. Could be like that, huh? Again, you could have lived. You chose this. Oh, I don't have the dark. Right. Because it's purple, I just assume it has the dark energy. But it doesn't have it at the bottom of the screen. So that's on me. Spear. Thank you. Now I go on an epic quest to find a font. Times New Roman. That was rude. I'm sorry, did I get hit by its death throws? Is that what happened there? That must be what happened. Grab that. Congratulations, whoever just won 5 points in the jump catch game. I apologise, I've been remiss in congratulating people for that. Right. I assume there's a font somewhere in here. I'm not going to mess with these until I know where the light's coming from. I like the dusty boo they make when you hit them. One of these is going to get impaled soon. There you go. No, that's not what I want. Please allow me to throw. Thank you. I want the spear. It seems more reliable. I heard you resurface, my guy. Yeah, that's what I thought. Stay dead. Right, can I open this? No. Does not appear to be the case that I can. Okay, I'm a little confused. Because I can't find the font that I need to open the door. To open any of these doors, in fact. I assume the light's coming from this. There you are. Wow, you were 2 hits away from death, huh? Just had to be annoying. Okay, yep. Still need the Dark Reaver. Let's check. So, oh god, how do I even get up there? An assumption that I'm making is that it's not on the other side of that gate. Because you seem to lose the elemental connection. Oh, they respawned. That's fun. When you shift between the realms. Which, you know, makes sense. I'm not killing them all over again. But I don't put it. I don't know where I haven't looked. For the font. So placing C3 Kain's Wrath and RTS from 2008. It's been modded and community supported for 10+ years, and I haven't been any other real successful games in that genre because of studio monetization concerns and interference. Well, I mean, yeah, I play old games that are still a lot of fun. I've been meaning to reinstall Dawn of War. Okay. I'll just... Please throw it. Thank you. Right, maybe I need to kill these then. I have an idea, chat. I have one idea, but it requires these yahoos to be dead. Which requires they stop blocking. Also, I've already killed them once. Why do I have to kill them again? Get in my mouth. I will be with you shortly. Okay, my idea worked. Excellent. Oh, he's coming up at the pass. Artificial intelligence at its finest, chat. Ooh, you got a Kopesh. You really mean business. Alright. That was just rude. I want the spear, actually. Well, I guess I get the swift punch. I will say, the AI doesn't seem to know what to do if you're not using the autoface. Which I guess is something designed for console, because I don't need it as much with the mouse. Because it just moves so much faster. Most of the enemies in this game are largely puzzle obstacles. Oh yeah, the shiny shield, I just need to know where to put the shield. Yeet that. Grab the puzzle solution. Okay, my guy. And then I assume I drop this over here in this frame. I'm gonna go grab another spear. No idea, by the way, as I said, if jumping... Oh, these guys need to die. If jumping is faster, it just feels it. Used to be an adventurer like you till I took a spear through the knee. Heady days of 2011. That's going to go on the Super Jokes playlist. I think that was sufficiently stupid, chat. What is the date today? Thank you for the uptime. I appreciate it. Right. Yeah, thought it was the door behind me. I rotated it the wrong way. That's on me. Okay. Still haven't found the font. I'm going to be able to open so many doors when I do. Another place I can put that ring. Over there, maybe? Put the shields are. Heard of PS2 game Aero 51? I have not. Okay. That stuff. It does not appear like I can take... Oh, hang on, it's because I'm holding a weapon. You fool! Nope, that's in there. That is firmly in there. Huh. Okay, well, we'll double check over here. But... Am I being silly? Now the door's open, is there anything I can do over here in the other realm? I feel like I'm playing Warframe jumping all the time. Oh, you a-hole. Story-driven single-player FPS with David Duchovny voicing the main character. It's also worth looking at if you're so inclined. Ooh, I appreciate it. Thank you. There's the font! I found it! I also applied my one brain wrinkle to a problem and seemingly arrived at the right answer. Now, important question. How do I get out of this room? I'm not going to make that jump. Nope. If only fonts were accessible in the spectral realm? Yes. I thought this was the top of the level. I didn't realize I could jump up here. That's the font. Oh, and then from here I can glide far enough, I assume. There we go. I've not yet been beaten by this PS2 game. Disregard the fact that every time I played this as a child, I never managed to make it to the first save point. Usually because something always came up and I had to turn the game off before I left the stronghold. Much like with Silent Hill 2, actually. Okay. I was going to just run, but it seems to freak out their AI again. So why would I run? Why would I not jump constantly? Wrong audience maze with lots of people to kill, despite maybe it's a request to keep casualties to a minimum. That is true. Right, can I just open this door? Right, that's There's one of you down. Just keeps falling over. There we go. There's another one down. My spear. It's not really fair on the AI, of course, as I've said, because I'm moving faster than the game thinks than the game's designed for me to be moving. Please? Oh, hang on. That's just a way up. Gotcha. So I don't have to do the platforming every time. Yeah, actually, the stronghold you have to kill everyone in, because the doors don't open until you kill everyone. Oh, no! Oh my god, that's annoying. All the way back around, I guess. Except I can't, because the gate up here. It's more difficult to play this on PS2. Yeah, I can well imagine. Something tells me that I need to be, I need to do that Dark Reaver thing. And getting knocked off like that, kind of annoying. Oh well, at least I know where the font is, and I know how to get back to it easily. I'll stop jumping in my thumb arrest. Just going to take this moment to hydrate. My health will fill up soon enough. Waiting for it to turn white. I guess I'll grab this. I don't think I'll need it, but I'll take it anyway. And then I'll bamboozle all of the AI by jumping. Little known fact, Raziel is not a vampire, he is in fact a rabbit. Please go. Thank you. Raziel, could you pick up the axe, please? Thank you. What I'm hoping this Dark Reaver thing does is, right, you. Oh god, this is so slow. That's good enough. Gives me a way back up. Oh, it gives me a way across. Even better. Oh, it died when I knocked it off the ledge. Cool. I do think a very rare winged rabbit. Yeah, we have flying squirrels everywhere. I think if they do remake these games for modern consoles, and a remake, not a remaster specifically, the combat system from God of War might work quite well. The newer ones, minus the parrying, because I mean, I guess they could implement the parry mechanic if they wanted. Oh, you died. I need your health. Thank you. Right. There we go. I need the health. Oh, I don't need the health. You got a full heal for doing that. Cool. Like how when I jumped down, it was like, Raziel from the top rope! Whack! With the ability to do combos with the weapons and things of that nature, in general, paramechanics just don't necessarily complicate combat. It depends on, I guess, the type of combat you're trying to do more than anything. Right. So I'm back here. I don't think there was... Does this require the Reaper? The Dark Reaver? I don't think so. No, it needs the... presumably the Light Reaver. But that's just the way out. Okay, that doesn't rotate, I've just noticed. Grab my spear on the way back. Uh-oh. I think paramechanics, if the game is primarily based around the combat, they kind of make sense. Like, it made sense in Fallen Order, makes sense in God of War. With this being more of a puzzle game that just happens to have combat in it, I don't think it's needed. You've got a block. Right. Let's go and grab the next upgrade, shall we? I think that's... I don't know. I don't know how to explain what I'm saying. I think there's just the assumption that if your game has combat, that needs to be the focus of the game. Whereas, obviously, if I were engaging in the combat here, I would still be looking for the font. Because it takes so long to kill anything. Okay, they've got more armor, bigger swords. Well, different swords, I guess. Spear off the wall. I see that you've said something in chat. I'm just trying to... There we go. I would say that personally, if you're making a game where parrying is important, it shouldn't be a button, it should be a function of your action countering their action. Well, yeah, so usually it's obviously you you dodge at the moment. You block at the right time, and it parries. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, right. I can't glide because he doesn't have his hands free to grab his wings. I was like, why aren't I gliding? And then I realised. That's good attention to game design right there. It's pretty funny. Not gonna lie. Does make the getting back a bit tricky though, because there's pits in the way. Huh. Yeah, there's a pit in both directions. Oh, hang on, I can just eat it. What am I doing? No, I can't throw it. Okay. I don't think I can go all the way around. I'll check, but I don't think I can. There's a gate in the way, isn't there? I like how they've turned off the enemy spawns because I can't actually fight right now. That's considerate. Yeah, there's a gate in the way there. Good game design. Notice no enemies when you're carrying the item. You reach the same point. Yeah, just double checking that I couldn't climb it somehow while holding the item. I mean, I'll check this way, but I don't think it'll work either. Yeah, because this was just the first shield. I can still high jump, so that is in my repertoire. Yeah, I just can't throw the item. So there must be a way out. I'm not entirely sure that going to the spectral realm is the solution, because I'll drop the item. If I just get close enough to the gate, does that work? No. Oh, it's so close. It's right there. It's on the other side. Right, well, the point to revert back is over here at the end, so... Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. Ignore me. Just seeing if I've missed anything back here. Nope. Apologise, I forgot how to get over there. Ah, it's all good. I'll figure it out. I've got 20-ish minutes. It's a 15-hour game, 5 of which are this puzzle. Okay, I do have access to the Reaver if I need it. I will be honest. Oh right, I lowered the obelisk so that that reflector would light up. That's why I did it. 5 is this puzzle. 8 is going to be the later puzzle. Oh good. I do like the fact that there hasn't been a boss fight in either of these dungeons, or at least yet in this one. And it's just been... Oh, hang on, I know. This. I can open that, I think, but I don't know how to drop the item I'm holding. Oh, I know. I know how to drop it at the very least. Okay, I was just trying to get through, but if you insist on dying, I will make your dreams come true. Oh. Didn't notice that one had come back. Right. So we do one of these. And then we do one of these. I don't know if this is the intended solution, but it's a solution that should work based on my understanding of the game and its mechanics. I just need to go back for the Dark Reaver. Can I open this from this side? Is that... Yes, I can. I'm a genius! More boss fights in Defiance, but not many in SR2 as I recall. I assume that the item has gone back to its point of origin. You know what? Let's just turn the bridge on again. And maybe that was a development time thing. Maybe it's just faster for them to do puzzle dungeons than boss fights. I don't know. I don't know the intricacies of game development. I mean, you could argue that thematically, if there are regular fights in the game, it kind of cheapens the Kain. I assume Kain. Oh no, because Defiance and Blood Omen too. Right, let's try that again, shall we? Please have gone back to the point of origin and not have clipped through the world. because Blood Omen, SO1, SO2, and Defiance are all in the same series and very different games. Well, I guess with Blood Omen, like, it's the first of its kind in a way, and there was a lot of Zelda clones at the time. And then maybe they just realized that it wasn't quite the... It wouldn't allow them to tell the story they wanted to tell with Soul Reaver. And this is... I mean, from what I remember of Soul Reaver 1, this still feels very similar. It's still got the puzzles, it just doesn't have the big boss fight at the end of the dungeon. Again, I haven't reached the end of this dungeon yet, but... There were still puzzles in that one. And obviously I've got Blood Omen 2 and Defiance to look forward to. Yeah, see, now the gate's open. I big-brained my way through the puzzle. Maybe. I think I made progress, but... Oh, okay. It's just a weird jump thing. Cool. Ignore that the camera keeps clipping through the ground. It's fine. Again, it's not supposed to be run at this resolution. Oh, right, I jump. I'll stand on the ground, can I? There we go. You proud of me, chat? I've solved puzzles today. In before there's another key thing I need to that really turn off in the time it took me to get back here? But I can't drop the item because it respawns back where it belongs, where you get it. That's annoying. I'm just going to see if this is what I'm supposed to do. Sorry, one wasn't originally going to be a Legacy of Kain game. It was going to be a game called Shifter, and it was branded with a Legacy of Kain skin, which I think works very well with the story. Ah, that explains why it's so different then. Okay, so in this game facts walkthrough, I'm on section 12 of 35. That is a short game. Okay, apparently I've missed something. Which doesn't surprise me. There's supposed to be something that opens. Hang on. Oh. I have done goofed royally, chat. Oh boy, where's the... I think there was... Yeah, there's one over here. think there's a... Yeah, there it is. No, I'm not trying to sequence break the dungeon. I've missed a step in the solution. So I guess in a way, yes, unintentionally I'm trying to sequence break. But it's just I've missed a step in the solution, and that's totally on me. Oh, I'm going to need this, because I'm going to need to kill some skeletons, some vampires. Assuming I read the game fact right, that I was speed reading. I think I need to move this back to where it started. Yes, because that is not lit up. I let go of the W key just then, and Raziel kept running forwards. One down again. Too far away from the spawn point. I lost that health. That's annoying. Please just die. Again. I hate that I have to kill you every time. There we go. Wait, what? Where did you come from? Get that health. Is that one of the ones from the hallway that followed me all the way down here? Right, can I please move this? Okay, so I assume I then turn this, and the same thing will happen on the other side, and that gate will open. Completely forgot these were these were all deflectors. That's on me. Problem solved. Now I just need to go and get the Dark Reaver again. Which is this way actually. So I can blind the eye for a third time. Oh, that was close. This eye is having a really bad day. So I don't... I guess maybe the fact that I can... I mean, the fact I can get up onto that ledge with a you know, crouch jump while holding the item, I don't think it's intentional. It's just the way that the high jump works. I don't need the bridge. Don't mind me, fellas. Doing the walk of shame again. Right, I've played the game and forgot that was the solution. Well, yeah, but like, when did you last play the game? There we go. Thank you for despawning. As the turbo gazer dries as a result of staying open for thousands of years, perhaps you're providing much needed moisturization. Yes, the Dark Reaver is in fact a moisturizer. You heard it here first. Heard it here first, folks. Last played the game 14 years ago. Yeah, I think we'll give you a pass. But credit where it's due, I reached a point where I was reasonably confident that I was doing something wrong with the puzzle. So, I don't mind using a walkthrough at that point. I don't necessarily always like having a puzzle solution be do a thing and then undo the thing, because it feels like backtracking, but that's just a me thing. I understand that. Smash! I like how the flashing light is beyond the borders of the widescreen. I have a Slack message. Good lord, I haven't had one of those in some time. That's a bit bright.
I plunged the Reaver into the forge and imbued the blade with the elemental power of light. Thus armed, I now had the means to re-enter the stronghold and finally use Mobius's time-streaming device to accomplish my own ends.
Do I get more health every time I get a new Reaver? Or is that me just... How did I get in here? Sorry. Is that me just doing wishful thinking? I feel like I get a slight health increase, but I could be wrong. Oh, right. Oh, guardian spirit of the lock, please perish so that I'm... Oh, I probably shouldn't be swinging that willy-nilly. Ah, thanks for waiting, fellas. What bros, chat? What bros? I assume I can shoot it with the light Reaver. Absolutely can. So is there any reason to not go back to the swamp to that time streaming chamber? Or is that I'll be going there later anyway? Or is that somewhere I'll be going later anyway? It's an academic point right now because I need to wrap up, but... I think you use the swamp chamber later, and you certainly go back to the swamp later. Oh, cool. I'll leave it for now then. Oh, you know, for next time then. Or I will avoid doing that next time. There we go. That's a better way of phrasing it. The way out is shut. To be fair, I can... What I'll do is I'll open the door now. I wonder if that's closed just for another loading screen. I'll open the door now, and then probably wrap up the stream, as I said. I think I'm going to cancel tomorrow's stream, for anyone who's bothered about such things. Purely because... With a tip, I found running through this lake to be faster than swimming. Oh, with, right, Spectral. Unfortunately, I need to be... Oh, hang on, is there a... Where's the... Well, I'm here now. Ah, the light forge is over there. Light font, sorry. Oh, the door. Idiot. Do that. Do that. I more just didn't want to lose the, you know, the light Reaver with no guarantee of what I was doing there. No guarantee of a font on the other side, but I guess as it's a puzzle solution, they have to provide the font. Even if it's in an awkward place. Yeah, so tomorrow's stream cancelled. I want to get my community content story path game jam project finished, and due to personal reasons and deadlines on contract writing, I'm worried that I won't have the time to finish it, so I'm going to do that tomorrow instead. Also, the aforementioned phone call will likely happen tomorrow. So the next stream should be on Tuesday, but I will keep everyone updated about that on my Discord server, because I might take Tuesday off as well to go through the deadline work fully and just submit that in advance of the deadline, so I don't have to worry about that any further. Always found it odd the Sarafan stronghold had a door the Reaver could open, even odder the more you learn. Okay, well, I will bear that in mind and prepare to find it odd. I mean, I find it odd already, but I was assuming the Sarafan had ties with the people who made the Reaver, and that's why, or they just moved into the stronghold. But for now, YouTube, if you've enjoyed the video, please let me know what you thought in the comment section below. Please consider subscribing. Please consider swinging to Twitch and following twitch.tv/comradebubbles. And I'll see you all next time. Please do stay safe. Please do stay healthy. Please do stay wholesome. Much love to you all. Goodbye, YouTube. I need to alt-tab out before I can hit stop recording. So goodbye for real.